Let's try to get this right. Okay, hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my car. I just wanted to have a chill, casual conversation today, so that's what we're gonna do. Boys, feel free to stick around because I believe this is relatable for every Christian. I just want to talk about what God's been teaching me these past few weeks, because if I'm being honest, about 2 weeks ago, and honestly the past 4 months, if you can't tell by all my mopey videos, like what to do when it feels like life is falling apart, your girl was going through it. And so the past few months or weeks, I've just been feeling very hopeless, very much like this is how it's gonna be forever or for a very long time. I felt like there was nothing I could do to get out of how discontent I was feeling with my circumstances and what was happening in my life. So everyone, feel free to stick around. This could be for you. That's why I feel led to share this video, because I'm finally finding myself on the other side of it. So I just wanted to encourage you guys, if any of you are feeling very discontent, unhappy, stuck, uncomfortable, hopeless, the list goes on. So go in your car and join me if you want. Anyways, following Jesus isn't easy, but the thing is, he never promised that it would be. In fact, I feel like Jesus did warn us, because he was saying you have to pick up your cross and literally die to yourself to be a follower of Jesus. He also said you have to give up the world in exchange for me, because you can't be 1 foot in with the world and 1 foot in with Jesus. So to be fully with Jesus, you have to fully give up the world. There's a lot of things that as a follower of Jesus, you have to sacrifice, you have to give up, you have to get out of your comfort zone, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. It's like, God, I've done everything I could to follow your will. Why am I finding myself in this place of discontent? Why do I feel so weary and so tired? Why do I feel these things when I'm a follower of Jesus? Because I thought you satisfy everything, Jesus. I thought that those who wait on the Lord don't grow weary. In fact, they get strength out of it. Not that I've ever questioned God, because who the heck would I be to question God? I'm just this little dot in comparison to him. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say that there haven't been moments with the Lord where I had to be very honest with him. I had to be real with him in the places that I was discontent and that I was dissatisfied, so that he can heal those areas and so that he can show up and set a greater stage for his glory in those areas. So what do you do when you find yourself as a Christian saying, God, I'm doing everything I can to follow your will. Why is nothing happening for me? Why are no doors opening? Why am I so discontent in this season? So I'm gonna share a little bit of what I've been learning, and when I say it changed my perspective entirely, I sure mean it. There's this concept from Kevin Leal, and it's called divine discontent. It's the idea that God sends divine discontent in your life where he disorients you, causing you to seek his face so that he can then reorient you. It's a good thing. God said to Isaiah, "Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Have you ever thought that maybe God is bringing you to discontent and allowing your frustration to grow so that he can actually do a new thing in you? Maybe he wants to transition you, open a new door for you, or launch you, but he can't do it until you find yourself at the end of yourself, having to make a choice whether you sit idle and defeated or you finally make a move. Maybe you've had this notion that you're waiting on God, but this whole time, he's actually been waiting on you. The problem with divine discontent is that some mistake it for the enemy's doing, or the mindset that this is just how life goes. So you react by attempting to fill the void in any way possible. You find a partner, you seek friends that aren't good for you, you try to find a new job to make more money, even though money does not equal success. You try to pack up and move quickly in desperation. Then you realize that it didn't end up filling the void, and now you're back to square one. So about 2 weeks ago, I was begging God. I was like, God, I can't do this no more. I need like a job to just show up at my door. I need you to change my circumstances. Just do something, Lord. And I was just at the end of myself. I was very hopeless. I was so tired. I was just like so discouraged. I genuinely felt like it's gonna be like this forever. It's been tough out here for your girl. If you could tell, a lot of my videos lately have been so mopey, dopey, just like how to like deal with life when it's falling apart. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that's what it's been feeling like lately. So I was finding myself weeping out to God. I'm like, God, you have to do something. And you know what this man said to me? He was like, you need to make the move. And I was like, God, what? What do you mean, what? I've literally been trying everything I possibly could. So I thought. And God was like, nope. Nope. Do more. Do something different. I realized I was spending all of this time desperately wanting to follow God's will for my life and trying to be so careful to make the right decisions that it led to idleness. It took time to realize that that was the reason I was feeling so discontent and a lack of peace with my life. After all, God doesn't move in chaos, He moves in order. Now I had a choice. Was I going to remain in the same four walls waiting for God to do something for me? Or was I going to get up and take a risk? After all, isn't that part of what faith is? Sometimes you need a different perspective. To find peace again, you have to make a move. Change the atmosphere and change the environment. Do something different. The crazy thing is, the moment I finally did something about my circumstances, instead of begging God to do it for me, something amazing happened. I got a job, and honestly, from what it sounds like, it could not be more perfect for me, so I'm super excited. He really did far above anything I could think, ask, or imagine. I can finally see why God was allowing me to hit rock bottom and get to the end of myself. It's so that He could set a greater stage for His glory, and so He could show up in a way for me that I never could have expected, because it doesn't even make sense. Where did this job come from? I have no idea. Where did me potentially moving, which is in an upcoming video, I have no idea. This isn't everyone's story, but perhaps it's yours. God used my discontent to strip away some things as a form of my preparation. He used it to grow me and to bring me out of my comfort zone, because if there's anything I know, it's that God is not a God of comfort, and that He moves in marvelous ways that will 10 out of 10 times blow you away. God couldn't do anything until I made a move, because I had to make a choice. I let my tears run when they needed to. I picked myself up, drove to DC, met Kevin, got a new perspective, allowed God to be honest with me, which was painful, and then immediately received an opportunity, because God gave me an exit when I was in the middle of my life's version of Egypt. So what if God allowed you to get to the point of such discontent in your life so that He could finally shift you, transition you, or launch you? What are you going to do about it?